So my dissertation work looks at the impacts of temperature and air pollution on pregnancy, both their isolated effects and in combination with each other, and how those things might increase the risk of things like preeclampsia, stillbirth, preterm birth. And what's really interesting about pregnant women and the impacts of heat is that they're really never considered as a population that deserves increased public health resources. Like in Boston, if there's a heat event or an air pollution event, the warnings are targeted at asthmatics and the elderly, and pregnant women aren't often given the designation of a sensitive population with a heat exposure. And that's odd because pregnant women physiologically have a really difficult time thermoregulating. And the literature, while it's small, it does suggest that they're at risk of having an adverse event during increased heat. So I think that from an adaptive standpoint, my work can help cities to understand who are the really vulnerable populations that they need to target during a heat wave, especially in cities where we have an urban heat island effect, or we may have more women living in residential situations where the heat is more aggressive. And additionally, I think from a mitigative perspective, one thing that we can do to sort of push climate change mitigation action is to continue to grow this body of literature about the health effects of climate change so that we can sort of motivate policymakers to say, okay, this is a concrete issue that we're seeing negative effects of right now, immediately. And also, of course, as we shift from traditional fossil fuel sources of energy and we mitigate and we start to have more energy efficient and cleaner fuels, that's going to reduce air pollution. So hopefully the work on the air pollution side will also push mitigation.